Friday ain't for chilling, it's for building. Every grind today stacks your empire tomorrow. CBB Nation, let's get it.
What is going on, CBB Nation? It has been too long. May 30th, 2025. Is it still the same time? Golly, feels like it's been forever. We are back in the thing. I didn't want to hit you off with too much AI. Some of you guys have seen the video. Golly, Google is on fire, y'all. What's up, CBB Nation? Anybody out here? We got some people. What's going on, Kim? Man, Kim has just been rocking it so hard for CBB Nation. I'm going to be popping in office hours, I think, going forward here for the rest of the year. Guys, half of the year is coming to a quick end. If you look at it in one way, we got half the year to get things together, baby. Isn't that right, Dimitri? We're going to have to get to the money. And I'm going to talk to you guys about money today. And that's not something I do a lot. Denise is all about the money up in Atlanta. And as a matter of fact, Denise, this is going to be one for you. I think you're going to like this one. What's up, Asta? What's up, Asta? You know, I told some of you guys we got the different lighting too. I think I can show you this new Freestyle Friday is just all based on the mood. Sometimes it's clear-headed like this. Sometimes, you know, we might be feeling blue. You know, sometimes we might be feeling the fire. I don't know, you know, whoa, all the fun things. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What's up, Bright? Bright just said, oh my goodness. We're going to have all the fun today. Puerto Rico in the house. What's up, man? Hans, what's going on, baby? You spilled some coffee on the laptop. All right, brother. If I have computers, you'll make it through, baby. CBB. What's up, Charles? Man, it's been so crazy. I know I've been showing you all the things. You thought I was going to show the whole thing. I thought about it. Man, Gucci Man has too much money to be potentially getting mad at me, so I can't do it. I can't do it yet, but it's so good, guys. The AI game is just mind-blowing, okay? And I'll tell you, today we're going to talk about some things you might not think AI has a lot to do with, but everything is going to be begging for AI. And you have the chance to be the ones to basically implement that for the way that the business owner wants to accept at first. And then you gradually go in as deep as you want to related to the business communication side of things. And Jeff knows we got you covered at CBB. You know, DM Digital, shout out, knows. We're going to have some fun. And I'll bet you, you know, here's something I'd love. We're all from different parts of the world doing the same sort of thing here with AI agents, you know, agentic workflows, maybe you call it that. Whatever one is the higher paying check, I guess. We're building chatbots, ladies and gentlemen. Chatbots are going to be around for a very long time in many different shapes and facets and forms. And so you are the builders of the future. And so pat yourself on the back, at least for being here at off rip on a Friday. Okay. And we're going to learn some things today. And I'm hoping make a bunch of you guys a bunch of money. That's really the goal. Isn't that right, Asta? And so what I'd love to do is I'd like to keep it interactive. If it's your first time with us, welcome to the Matrix. We have fun here. I would love to know, what was your first job that you can at least that you can talk about? If you want to drop that in the comments, I think that'd be really fun. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I've ever actually said this is my real first job, I guess. I was 15, just for the labor laws of the United States. I'll say I was whatever the legal age was, but I was 14 or 15. And it was a car wash in Garden City, Georgia. And it just so happened, I had no actual real reason to work, luckily. What's up? Ryan McNasty in the house, dog. Farming. That's a good one. Pool lifeguard. I didn't even read that. I just saw your name. Car wash. Yeah, man. And this was owned by a family or a neighbor, essentially, who looked at baby as a family friend, something like that. And I won't say the guy's name. I'm friends with friend on Facebook still. If he's watching, shout out. I'm not gonna say anything, but you guys are rock stars, obviously. They come from a family of car wash owners, right? Or like, oh, that sounded weird. They owned several car washes in the Atlanta area. Like that's what the guy who I knew, his dad did. So like father, like son, he had car washes and several in Savannah, Georgia, where I'm originally from. The guy also got into real estate. That's a segue into a different story, but the car wash thing is an interesting concept here, because I think that from what I saw yesterday, and it happens to be the connections just, kind of click sometimes. There's just mad money to be made at scale. That's really the thing I want you guys to also think about here as we go. And if you have questions, obviously drop them, and I'll get to them when I can, as soon as I see them, basically. See if I can remember how to navigate this thing. I'll turn this down too, so I'm not blowing you out with the music. I remember just wanting to do things in the summertime. So I didn't quit school or something to go work at the car wash. Don't get me wrong. But in the summertime, this guy was like a, big time up and coming entrepreneur, good dude. And my family was like, getting to know his, we lived like in the same area. Well, this dude the car wash guy ended up buying out like whole loads of real estate too. And the car wash game was really strong. I think some of the housing crisis may have like hit, and that hurt some of the growth at the time. So it's like timing is an important thing to think about. And I want to mention that for a reason. Timing is important. But either way, the dude's like one of the most successful people probably in, I would say, the South East Georgia area of the, geographic place I'm talking about. Very, very awesome people. The dude was a car wash guy, so you wouldn't necessarily think maybe so deep in many businesses, but that's how this kind of stuff works. And I remember working at these, funny side note, the guy's legally blind, yet he taught me how to ride a motorcycle. How funny is that? So I think that just that impression in my life was like a younger 14-year-old kid circling back, 35, 36 now. It's like, man, I hope this is going to like make someone $1 million, like straight up, or 100,000, whatever the goal is. And then scale. And that's going to be the point here. I remember working at the car wash and like 350 cars on a Friday or a Saturday. I guess it would be a Saturday or a Sunday if I was working. And it was just like crazy in the summer. But I remember being, seeing that money. I'd get the tip money, man. It'd be like $127. I was like booming, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like 14, and I was like 15. I guess I was like 15. I don't want to say I was too young. 15, going on 16 maybe. And I was also the guy's driver. So like to connect all the things together. Super fun times. But I remember like getting that money, and now looking back at it, it's like 350 cars times the $20, $25, whatever the average cost is going to be. That's booming, and you've got 7, 8 locations, booming. Car washes, just like other service industries that I've had a lot of experience with, don't generally kill it on social. If you can get creative enough, you have a super awesome shot at essentially low-hanging fruit here. And if that's what you want to have as a great niche, if that's what you're looking for, this is what I want you to think about. When I say car wash, we're talking gangster, like they're doing 350 cars going in and out of that thing a day. That's the kind of volume you want. And in the bigger cities, this is more common to see. They probably have 30 of these types of like higher end car washes in the Atlanta area, for example. Denise, if you're still chilling, this, I'm telling you guys, easy peasy. And what I want to do here, it's been enough time, I can show you all of the things. And that's kind of the goal. If you're interested into seeing like, well, how do you make an offer like We're talking money here, guys. How do you make an offer like how much if I charge for this channel or this service? I'm going to show you like what we have like done over the years and how you can go from just offering the bot to taking on that next step where you're going to get more value in the ad campaign world. That's just the facts. I think that if you're an awesome salesperson, you can sell whatever you want to sell. High ticket bots could be your thing. For me, it's all scale is where you're going to really have probably the most cushion. If you can just find your niche to template and own, man, that's the ticket. For me, it was originally restaurants, but that just was so successful. We got everything now. And so basically, if you got the one, you can own it like in the world right now, I think, with agents. Anyways, let's get right down to it. Let's see, do we have any questions here? Boom, look at this, dangerous. Yes, we're about to have some fun. Car wash. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys one of the best ones, I think, to look at here. I'm also going to show you guys how slow a human is compared to things like we have today, Operator. We're going to see Operator with O3 can outdo me building bots for the car wash today. So Zip's car wash. I think, is this the one we want to, Zippy? Let's look at Zips. So this one I think is a local jokel deal. The one that we went to, or my wife had signed up with, was a crazy offer. I'm one to catch these offers, guys. You can't see my screen yet. I'm rusty. Let's start sharing the screen here, and I'm going to show you guys something. So here you go. You can see the screen now, right? Car wash bots coming. Yeah, man, they do. And so like, there's a difference in a car wash where you're like connected to a gas station or something versus like a real deal. You go through that thing and like, boom, you're coming out, and they've got lines going in and out, dude. These exist. These aren't your one stops. This is the same kind of concept I want you guys to think about for any industry. When you're looking at a restaurant, for example, just to go that way, because you're always going to inspire me to go that way with anything you can drop in the comments, homie. You always bring the value. There's a difference in going after a restaurant with one location versus going after the restaurant group or the, I don't want to say franchise necessarily. Group is really the term for restaurants, probably. Same for hotels. You want to go after a multitude. You want to go after not one win, but many wins in most cases. And if you have one winning system, which I'm going to show you just the basic, again, probably the thing that a lot of you guys have memorized by now, but it's still so important. The comment tool alone, just how fast we can do this with the website, with the phone. I mean, it's mind-boggling what you guys can do alone. And for you guys that have many people in your shop, man, you just got to find the right ones. Let's look at this. Let's see if we can find something with Google's AI right now. Let's say best car washes in the United States to franchise. Research right here. And here's what we could do with Operator. Let's throw in, well, let's bring ChatGPT into the mix, and let's hit them with a search, because it's already going to be better than my search, I'm sure, right? Let's see, tools here and search the web. What are you guys using right now? Are you guys using mostly ChatGPT, or are you using mostly Claude? What is it? You moving over to Gemini yet? Okay, so here we go. Tommy's Express. Initial investment. So you want to buy into the franchise. You're going to be looking at, as the owner, dropping or owing 4.5 to almost 8 million for the initial. That's a brand new store, I guess. Mr. Clean. I don't necessarily know these, but these are the ones that, like, here's your lead list. Okay, so let's look at one, Mr. Clean Car Wash. Let's look at this dude. We're just doing it right on the spot. Mr. Clean Car Wash. That dude has his own car wash. That's like a you see, I mean, I recognize the dude from the commercials. That's impressions, by the way. Ready to go unlimited. We need to sell them a bot right now. So here's their little stuff. Here's where you get to find out what's good. What's going on their Facebook here. All right, so look, this is total agency land, homie. So, okay, I'll tell you exactly how this is going down. Yeah, dude, I'm for sure. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is internal. Man, this is where you guys could. All right, so look here. We're going to show you the real things. Okay, check this out. I'm just like totally going to do it like this. We're going to take a screenshot of their Facebook page here. And we're going to get some awesome feedback here from AI. Working with AI. I'm going to show y'all how to do this. And we'll do like this one too. Okay. Man, I was going to say this is total agency stuff. This might be internal. So it might even be even easier. I would think it's hooked to an agency because of the logo there. But they're active on social. Let's see what they're doing with their life related to ads. Page transparency. This is what you guys want to check. This is basically going to be one of your best indicators that they're already losing, probably, if you can tell. Not this company, but like if they're just totally not doing anything on social, and you see this, that they're spending money, and then they're just like throwing it out the window, probably. When you see that they're not doing anything, that means you're going from 0 to nothing. When you like have a vehicle, this page does not have any other admins, blah blah blah, not running ads. This is what you want. Oops, sorry. This page is not running any ads. So that means basically, if they have any bread, which this company will, they've been on this thing since 2013, dude. So like, whoever is like wanting this page to exist, they would love for it to win. This is what I can tell you. There's someone in the world that wants this brand to have a presence on Facebook. So someone's checking that off the box or checking that on the list. But man, there's someone out there who has some money wants this thing to win. And they're going to be connected to a bunch of other things. I can pretty much guarantee it. Anyways, so they're not running any ads. That's a good sign, in my opinion. Here's their website. Total generic, but like national. So they're everywhere, services, locations. Here we go. Let's see how many they got. This would be such a good bot client, man. And if you want, like, you could totally, okay, so here's all, they have a ton of locations, bro. So look, it's all a math thing too. Okay, cool. We've got all the things here. Let's do this. Let's do a screenshot here. And on here. All right, cool. I'm going to show you guys some fun things here. And there's none, like, so here I am basically. So there's like, they're above me and below me. I have to stop at one just because I'll remember this now. But here's what we'll do. We'll say, okay, great. How do I add my photos here? From photos and files, duh, Ryan. So let's throw in all the things. Here's their website and Facebook. All right, so thanks for that. Here are some screenshots from Mr. Clean's car wash and Mr. Clay's. Cleans. Jeez. All right, and analyze the website, which is missing a chatbot widget, and also check out the Facebook page. They're not running any ads, but clearly they have tons of money with all those locations, and someone wants them to win on Facebook. Think of a overview and pitch on one location, and we're going to run a Facebook or Instagram ad to encourage comments so that we get the email and phone number automatically. once they interact with the comment. And that's going to be the goal on a 30-day period. So watch this. What should be crazy, I want to make sure that it's not too loud on you guys. Observation. So yeah, look, iconic, dude. They knew. Strong brand. They're gonna like say a big number, I'll bet you, that like me, if I was just starting out, because I'm gonna talk to you guys, because I want you guys to like start making some money now. Half the year is gonna be a blink and it'll be Christmas. So we gotta like have our goals set, and we gotta know that we're on track, doing things that we need to be doing to make our businesses better and our lives better in general, basically. Okay, so all the things, blah, 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 blah. So what I've done here really is I've fed old ChatGPT here with what I want it to like be focused on right now. Okay, so I've primed it basically. Is the way I'm looking at this. So here's the brand audit. Okay, we're using just 4.0, right? Apparently, put it that way. I'll say, let's look at this. Let's say this. Okay, great. What we want to do here is think of one Facebook post that we're going to run a $500 ad budget on for the month for a 30-day period. This is going to be the one where we see all the engagement happen, and it's going to be location based. We're just going to focus on one location so that we can show the results clearly. And one of the things that we want to do is for every single person that sees the ad to display something at the physical location so that it's unmistakable that they came from the ad. Give us a good plan. This is exactly like what I would say. So the $500 is going to Zuckerberg is like the way I always have put it. And like that, and I've always said this is the gas money. So you could have the perfect vehicle, which is going to be the post in this case. Okay, the budget, $16 a day. Put it that way. It's like, yeah, man, don't be a cheapskate. And so then you got to think how much money you're going to want. This is the thing that I've not done, but there are a lot of people who have made a lot of money that have. Instead of giving a flat rate. So like basically, if this is how you're going to have your thing work, okay, this is probably the biggest mistake I think people make in bots period or any agent work. Without certain traffic, you're certain to like fail at like keeping that a retained client. Maybe it's a one-off build, sure, but I never really never did that. What I would say to do is you want the recurring money. And so in order to make that happen for many, many years, and I've said this a bunch of times on here, I've always built in a fee. If it wasn't already like a pre-agreed upon thing, it was a built-in fee that I already understood. This is going to be the gas money for X post. It's going to drive the whole campaign for this 30-day period. This is a page that has zero gas money in any of their cars at the racetrack, the cars being the posts on social. They're not running any ads, zero, and they have a ton of money. So this $500 ad spend that I would pitch this company, they wouldn't flinch at that. They just have to have the reason, okay, what am I going to get out of this? And then that's going to have to kind of be understood. In the beginning, you can just say whatever it is you want. Like if you're going to look at it at scale, you could go as small as something like, okay, if you're going to have $500 for the gas money, at least give yourself $1,000. If you really want to be like very low about it. So $1,500 out of the gate, they wouldn't flinch at that. That was probably my biggest mistake in the early game, is not charging enough, but I digress. That's probably as low as I'd go. And then they're going to be like, hey, bet that $500 guys with the agent, dude, is going to slay. So this is what they'd be like giving Zuckerberg. This is like really the money that you're looking at on like the lowest scale to play with to like have it work. The goal, dive in, like 100 to 150 locals visible with proof, blah, blah, blah. This would be mega huge at $25 a conversion, like the smallest amount, bro. Now you're looking like a winner. Okay. So this is the scalable thing. What I want to do here is just show you like what I would do. Like, let's find the post together, but I want to use that Google VO thing. So let me make sure I sign in there. And I hope that, have you guys played with that yet? It's legitimately insane. Let's see if I can sign in. I just bought the expensive account that they just came out with to play with, to show you guys. And we're gonna make I think an ad. I'd probably run a video ad. That's what I always would say anyways. Let's go with add another account here, and I'll start sharing my screen once I've actually logged in. I think we like named this thing as this weird brand new account, but I've got it here. 1 second. Let's see, manage. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, 46. Okay, 1 second here, guys. 46. This is the wildest thing to me. I hope that we can come up with a good prompt here. I'm not probably going to be able to, so we'll get the agent to do it. It's the name of the game. I'm gonna check out operator 2 after this. I didn't forget. Continue. Let's see. This will be totally worth it if you haven't seen it yet. The VO thing. I'm probably breaking the rules showing it on a live. I don't know. No thanks. Skip it. Cancel. Skip it. All right, cool. Yes, we're in there like swimwear. All right, so we here too. Sweet. Okay. This is VO. We'll come back to this here in a second. This is going to be too fun. We're going to generate the video. Yes. Oh, one more video? No. I think I have the Ultra. This must be a mistake. Maybe not. I have generated a lot of videos today. Okay, cool. Check this out. Here's what I'll do. Generate an epic script that is an 8-second long Facebook ad style commercial that will encourage people to comment something below without saying it explicitly, but just by sheer near clickbait approach. Highly visual. Summertime vibes. Let's see what we get. That was a freestyle there for you. 8-second Facebook ad script. 8 seconds. So I'm not even going to read that, but what we'll do is we'll copy it with a little button here. And so let's can I throw this guy on here? Can you guys, I hope you're seeing that. Yeah, you are. So I'm going to just go ahead and bam, throw it in here. And now this will be a good time to check the comments if there are any people yelling at me. If you've not seen this though, this is like magic, guys. This is magic. I'm almost certain we should have a bunch more generation of videos, but let's see if we got anything. Yes. Well, this is where I think, Kim, I'm trying to hopefully say, okay, listen, now you have the option, even when it would be inefficient and unreliable for you to say, okay, I can't scale a thing with a company because of an ad that I wanted to do because I'm not physically there to film the thing is a thing I used to have to deal with. Like this wasn't a thing. So like if there was ever video that was needed when Wendy and I specifically were like just slaying it on the marketing side of things before CBB existed in the way that it does, we really just focused on crushing it in digital marketing world and all of the facets of that. And it was a lot of content. I always joked that, man, one day, my camera services, my video services were going to be essentially obsolete because AI was going to be so good. And this was a joke back when I used to think this. Now, AI can absolutely outshoot me. Now, can it do it at a wedding? No, but I didn't do wedding stuff. That was like too much. The Bradzillas, another story. What's up, Mir? What's up? So we're generating the video here. Sherry, like she's literally the person I was thinking of. Yeah, she was literally the person I was thinking of today when I was just generating everything, because she is miss like social media. She really does it. She's not one that's just like talking about it or trying to teach about it like so many people. Unfortunately, she actually does it. And I'm telling you what, man, this is a game changer. And I think in certain cases, now listen, sometimes you don't need it. I think this is where you can have a really great, once you really get going too, time to test which is going to actually crush it for what you need. In certain cases, surprisingly enough, a good static post that's just going to at least stop someone, that's really the ticket. And sometimes it might be that we might have to do something like that too with Chat GPT. Let's say, let's do that actually. Here's my trick, by the way, a fun trick. I think that someone who, another industry, by the way, golf courses, totally, all you could use agents on their sites and their websites, social, phone. But I was talking to a buddy who's doing some things with some golf courses, and he was absolutely just blown away too. And the trick that we were talking about today was, listen, I'm not a good prompter, but ChatGPT is a good prompter. And he's like, getting it, you know, these are people like normies. Is that what we would look at them as, I guess, in a way? They're like, they're getting hungry for it. But we'll say this, as literally the world's greatest prompt engineer, generate the text description that would have any person in the right mind with a car stop scrolling immediately on Facebook to see how they could get their car looking like that with a great deal or something. Because what we're trying to do is promote a post on Facebook for a car wash. So give us the best possible text in the history of prompt engineering. How do you like that prompt? That's like literally going to be the programming of tomorrow. Oh my gosh. ChatGPT is wild sometimes. This is 4.0. Oh my goodness. Okay, so great. I'm going to probably say they're not going to generate an image because they just are too wild. All right, generate that image. And watch, it's going to be like, nah, sorry. It's going to be like, no, that violates our terms. You wrote it. That's happened to me so many times. But Sam's watching. So it's going to work. It's going to be epic. What? Are we getting two? I don't think I've ever seen two images like I have with like the responses. That could be fun. That could be fun. What's to say here? Got to give Asta a big shout out, helping with the bot. Yeah, Asta's been crushing it. That's why Asta's here, baby. Asta crushes it. Our whole team crushes it. They do their best. And I'm very proud. Okay, so I don't know if this was actually get approved on Facebook, but we'll see what this looks like. It probably would get you to stop scrolling. If it, you know, like technically, I bet it would. That might not be the right brand image though. I'd put it that way. Yes, obviously, Asta rules. There he is right there. Asta, but you could jump up on here, dog. All the way in Fiji. I'm just kidding, man. I think he's in the future anyways. Saturday. Just check this out. I mean, that's a super cool image. I wouldn't have that word there necessarily. So look, dude, like they even have the look, that's so smart. Look at this, man. This is why I did that, because the thing, guys, listen, there's going to be a point where we all have our gut and intuition. We know we know what we know, but there's going to be a point where, mark my words, it's going to be like, it's almost going to be like, I don't want to say negligent because that's too much for too early, but there'll be a time where it's like, why didn't you just check your AI? Why didn't you just check it? Or why didn't you just ask? That's going to be a thing. Like, it's going to be like, what do you mean? Maybe it already is becoming that way for most of us, but for like normal people, that's coming. So anyways, this actually is a super dope ad. I bet you. And here's something I love when I can remember some of the things I used to know. Like, I knew that, got the deal. Whenever you're talking with the right person and you know what you're going to do. So obviously this is why we're like going through this planning phase, planning what we would pitch the car wash here. the big shop that we would want. In this case, it's this Mr. Clean. This would be such a good client, by the way. One of you guys should totally pitch this brand with something just like this and put the dude's logo just right there. We should make that happen, and we should try to do it, dude. We should try to do it. Let's see if the Google thing will let us do that. This will be the icing on the cake. I know that ChatGPT will not. So let's do this. Let's just see. I'm going to take this and let's go to AI. I'm going to show you just guys all the stuff today. All the tools. Okay, let's do. What I'm going to try to do here really quickly is add in the dude's like logo onto the ad just to see and just to show you guys what can be done and be like, what up, Canva? I'm thinking which is the right model. It's going to be the image one, right? So there it is. Look what they did. I love, like, man, Google is just crushing it. They just like labeled their own stuff hot. That's amazing. Good for you, Google. Label your own stuff hot. Okay, so I'm going to drop in the images here. Let's see if it'll work. I think it will. Yeah, so let's drop in these dudes. Acknowledge. I read it. Add my logo onto the poster. That's it. Let's see if it does it. Just that. You think it'll do it? And without it like messing up anything, that'll be the ticket. That's not horrible. Not horrible, dude. Did they mess up the text or did they mess up the text? That was messed up to begin with, dude. Shape up, Sam. I'm just playing. They're gonna ban me. No, this is amazing stuff. That is excellent. Look, Photoshop the thing right out. Limited drop, locals only, don't blink. Yeah, they didn't have comment on the thing on the image. I guess that's fine. That's so great. Okay, so already they're gonna. This is the thing that I had stopped with. Sorry, I'm looking just to verify. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Like, there's not going to be a possibility that whoever cares about this page, because someone cares about this page, guys. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. I'm telling you, because I've been in these back meetings of these agencies, man. I know it goes on. The biggest ones in the world. I promise you, not to sound like that, dude. I've seen all of that stuff. Someone in the world cares that this exists. They're not doing anything with it because they don't know. They may have in the past. It doesn't look like so. It looks like this might be like maybe an afterthought of an agency, a less expensive agency. You got some people here, but here's your clues, by the way, generally. See who this person's going to be. 2020 says a year ago. This person looks like okay, he's a worker. Someone's taking a picture here. This is probably a new or local to this person. Let's see who's this. Customers, sub customer dudes. These must be like a new place, a new like location. This is a professional shop probably. Yeah, so like pointing, total agency stuff. Like this is a mega expensive photo shoot probably. They're doing a whole blanket package, then they probably got a retainer for a couple years maybe, or maybe they get signed new every year. Be a big contract probably attached to another one with like a bigger they care more about it. They're going to spend something, right? Someone in the world cares about this thing, and there's a bunch of the locations. I'm telling you, this is what you want. This is like sets you up. Another like huge one just on the food side was a Sonic, the hamburger place. That was a huge mega contract for someone not so far away geographically from me, put it that way, which is a thing. You could actually do it, guys. You could do it and like make your whole like literally life if it's the right scale. This was a ton of places, it looks like. So yeah, car washes here. We got the ad. This is going to look better, is what I was going to say. This one image will look better than anything that they have. And when you put the right money behind it with the right location, $500 for the ad like this with the little thing, the logo, where'd it go? Did I close out of it like a dummy? No, here it is. This dude would totally get people to stop. All right, so, and then what's the caption going to be? So let's just save this thing. All right, upload the thing again. And I'm going to throw it on a new Facebook page and just run the thing. I'm telling you guys, just lay it. Giving you the blueprint directly. And you know what I'd probably do? Let's just like throw Lovable Dude in there too to see what it would do with the website. So look at this. Use this caption. I didn't even say anything and it read my mind, guys. I was supposed to say like write the caption for the thing. Here it is. Like here's the location. That shine ain't regular. Here's the caption that it gave. You need to be like this. Great job on the location. It needs to be way shorter. No more than 2 lines. Include the website on its own line at the bottom. And we've got to encourage people without engaging with comment bait. We need to really encourage people to comment something and then to check their DMs / inbox. That's like the ticket, man. Okay, so like be like, you're not that good, homie. You're gonna have to give us like 10 options, dude. Okay, so this is what I would say, just to get the thing on the Facebook. That shine hits different in boom. Drop. What is that? Suds soap. Drop soap. I don't think you want to put that one. That would get you to comment though, dude. Like I'm second guessing the AI. Man. We don't need advertising, baby. I see that's a good comment. We don't need advertising. I think the people that need to see this stuff, they will see it. We don't want advertising because I don't want to say we don't want advertising. We only want the right people. That's something that I believe in. Scroll stopping shine. Don't drop the soap. This is like, I'm laughing at this, but what I'm saying actually to get the comments, bro, that will totally get the comments because people are going to just say all sorts of, I don't know if you're laughing at that, but to me, that would be hilarious. To me, like that would be like the strategic thing that I have been in those rooms with the copywriters, the junior project managers. They're all listening, and then you got to come up with a crazy idea for these captions. That one would totally the drop suds and soap stuff would totally get you the comments, bro. And it has the link. So like for me, you'll hear a lot of people say, "Oh, don't throw the link in there." Let me tell you, from the e-commerce days, even with a 1 to 2 line caption, that is totally acceptable to have the link. You want the traffic, man. So you're going to be able to report all the things too that you normally would if you're just a digital agency. Here, the clicks are going to be important just to have. I think it'd be a low-hanging fruit not to have. Okay, cool. So I think we could just remake this Facebook page really fast and connect to a new account and like see how fast that goes. So let's call this clean logo. Clean. And I'm showing you this not because I've not done it before. I've done it so many times. I'm doing it. There's no reason anyone else can't do it as well. I'm going to do it basically exactly as they have it here. So that it's like when you go show them something, they actually understand. That is a huge, easy thing to do that I think a lot of people overlook. It's literally this easy. Just make the thing. You probably want us to call it demo. Hopefully you don't get taken down my Facebook for having the demo here. But for us, this is what we'll do. So I've just clicked on the menu here to create a new page, and I'm creating it. This is a business page, not a profile. And you're going to have this because this is what works with any legitimate automation that is approved by Meta. So this will I've got the screenshot of their cover photo. I don't necessarily need to add in information here. You can skip that part. But I do want to add this because it has to make sense for them. a business owner is going to only have a couple minutes maybe to read something, listen to something, watch something. And so it's got to like make total sense. As soon as it's a thing that exists but they can't see, in my experience, you're not gonna win that one. In this case, when they have to do a double take and have to look at you like, how did you get into my Facebook? Oh, I haven't done that. But I need you to understand this is your real Facebook here. This is your Facebook not on automation with agents. All right. So we got our little deal here. Let's add our post, which is this guy. Let's see what's our download. Here is our image here, and let's go get the caption they told us to do. Which one should we do? Looks illegal, feels legal, drops. We should probably just do the first one. Like, I'm not going to question. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm way more better than 4.0. I'll do this though, if I can. Yeah, we want to point down. There's your emoji. I guess you could do it like that too. This is like total ad right here. Total ad that would like I've seen run in almost indefinitely for e-commerce to easily generate $1 million to ad like this. Maybe not with the text down there necessarily, but it's like the product that was being sold and the logo smacked in the middle ran indefinitely, like as a evergreen thing. I'm not saying that's your bread and butter, but it's just one you just don't mess with if it's killing it, and I've seen it work plenty enough. So we'll post this guy. I'm not going to boost the thing. We've already done a video on that. This is something I think that people also don't pay enough attention to. Look at this. Would you look at that? What is it saying, man? It's literally trying to get you to win. And so I used to tell business owners all the time when I was like explaining why they would need a chatbot before AI, what I would have to say is like, look, guys, the clues are all around you. They're going to pop up. So when I'd see things, they've been pushing Messenger and, that channel forever in different ways and different pop-ups. This is like the one that stuck around the latest, I guess. But I'm like, listen, I just listen to Zuck. And it's true. I listen to what they say to do. They're throwing a pop-up at me saying, hey, you want to add a giant button here so people can chat with you? I'm like, sure. Post settings. And then they're going to go back to the, you want to boost this thing? And it's like, I should. Let's just run it. Post it. And so now we'll have one post and it'll look way more better than what they already have on the regular thing. Okay. And it's looking to, can't send a message because I am the page. There's a giant button right there. So now we need to connect this guy to CB Bizzle. That's what we want to do. But what I also want to do is see where's operator. We've been working with ChatGPT here. For those that don't know, operators here. So let's just see. I've shown this before, but recently they upgraded the brain of this agent from OpenAI with O3. So I just want to see what can happen here. Create a brand new chatbot account with Chatbot Builder AI. And let's make it based on this. It needs to be a demo account of something that'll win us this brand as a client. So feel free to check it out and become an expert. And drop the link there. So operator, unlike ChatGPT, if you've not Chatbot account, it'll understand. What this is going to do, instead of it just returning an answer and like waiting for you to say something next, this is the cool thing I want you guys to understand. Like, this probably is going to be a big deal when you're able to have many tabs open. See, this is a task. They're calling this. This is interesting stuff. It's going into a browser right now. It's going to our website. It's got our homepage here. Great. So now it's going to click login, I guess, or sign up. It's going to click one of the two. Okay, so it's logging in. I think I've already logged in. It's going to ask me what to do. I think I'm going to just be able to say, dude, sign up. What's it going to use? Is it going to use an email? I'm going to say, I'm going to pause the guy. I'm going to say, I'll say this. Don't sign up with a new email. Instead, click the Gmail button. So go back, click Gmail, and then I'll tell you what to do. That should work. This will probably not be a thing that you'll have to worry once you actually, most of you guys start using. I think you'll start using agents similar to this, where you're going to just have them do things for you throughout the day, whether it be building your own bots or building the marketing material that you'll need. You can have many of these tabs going on at the same time. This is where things are like, they'll start clicking. If you're like wondering how are things going to like boom and scale, here's how. Let's see if it'll work. Use my Gmail, buddy. I think this should just work, and I'll just let it go, and then I'll build my own version. View in the browser. Okay, so boom, let's use it. Gonna name my thing. So I need to accept it, which is a good thing. And shout out to Wendy for always seeing the things. Okay, I need to maybe send it again, or maybe she'll see it. She's got the keys. Let's try it again. We'll say more ways to verify. Click that button. See if it'll do it. Here's the mouse it's holding right there. I think they've like locked me out of this OpenAI did. I can't click on the screen and do stuff easily. Let's see. Oh no, this. Yeah, continue. Yes. Google shows you're signing back in. Continue. I think maybe it'll work now. Come on, man. Let's see. Is it going to let us do it? Oh, yes, it worked. Boom. All right, cool. So let's see. It should just go now, I would think. Is it going to like keep bothering us or not? Boom. There it is. Mr. Clean Car Wash. All right, now it's racing me. It's racing me for real. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell it to be yes, confirm. I want you to stop bothering me now until you have actually tested the bot you built here. All right, cool. Stop bothering me, agent. Okay. So it should just like run now. I'm going to have to now also do a page and erase it. Can I copy and paste that? I'll do it from here. Okay, so if I can do it, you can do it. Kind of the point is basically what I want to make. So now I'll log in. Not in a different window. And let's log in. We'll just create a new account. Let's click on, you just click on Messenger since we've already just made the account here. I'm going to sign, it's going to force me to sign into my personal account as it should, so that I can connect to the Mr. Clean thing. So I should be finding the pages here in a second. Hopefully that music's not too loud. I hear it loud in my headphones. All right, Mr. Clean, there he is. Connect, son. So this is how easy it is to connect if you've not done that before. Bam, here's your second value because you got web chat plus homie here. Okay, and so let's check in. I want to see how operator's doing. Where's he at? Operator, look, what's he doing? Is he chatting with my, what is he doing here? He's in the knowledge base builder. Look, dude, he's going exactly where I was basically probably going to go. So here's the link. Let's see how our knowledge base builder does on this website. There's not much on it on that website, I noticed. So what are your car wash options? I wonder if that's true. Look, dude, he did check the freaking thing, man. Look, got the sitemap and all that. Funny. He did it. Operators are greasing me at my own thing right now. That is wild. Y'all are seeing it, dude. So they went to knowledge base builder. Here's the website, get the pages. So here's all the pages. Let's select all of them. No, let's not. These are all their locations though. It's a lot of locations. Let's just get a few of the pages. We don't need to get 200 of them. Let's go here. Car wash, detailing, oil change. And then, yeah, let's extract that. See if we get anything good, anything Gucci. They got some blog stuff in there too, I see. Hopefully we get something good. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. If that's the case, the old school way might be the way we'll do it just for now. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I'm just impatient. So let's enhance that with AI maybe. Go unlimited. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, enhance. Do the same thing with all these guys. So it's more readable. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's some stuff in here. I see you. I might have just been impatient. I didn't even read necessarily what we chose to extract. So this might be like giant. Here's our questions here. That's great. What rewards? Okay, so look, here's another clue. Golly, this is such a good tool. I'm not going to lie. This is telling me right here that their app, they probably spent a bunch of money on their app by downloading the app, because like this is coming straight from the thing, bro. To download that, they want you to download the app. Did we specify something from the app? No, this is just coming from their page. But yeah, their app, that would be the other thing you'd want to now add into your pitch to this company. You want to encourage more app sales if they're still using it, which obviously I bet you they still are. Or get a special permission to use their fancy API with that application. Now you're really in there like swimwear, dude. That's where you're really cooking. So you got all this stuff here. Let's just add some. Look, yeah, it's all about that app, bro. Let's add this into the thing. Add to the final. And I think that's all I might need. Let's just go ahead and make this thing. So settings now. I'm going to go to integrations. I'm going to throw in here to your business information, your prompt here. This is now my brain. And I'm just going to do something like this. You are the super intelligent Mr. Clean Car Wash AI assistant. And you are assisting customers either on the website or via Messenger or Instagram. All right, cool. So I won't have any function turned on. I'm not going to change anything here. We'll just click continue. And now we have at least a brain going on. Let's check on my arch nemesis here. He's stuck, homie. Or they're waiting on me. Okay, so it says so that's funny. They basically they just tested the prompt here in our knowledge base builder, which I didn't necessarily need to test the prompt. I just got it and it's in there. So I was like, it thinks it's almost done, I guess. Okay, so great job. Now you need to take that information and actually add it into the system prompt or create an agent that will actually be able to be deployed on the web or social media or something. Make it work, dummy. Dimmy. Me calling O3 dummy. Technically, it did beat me, I guess. It made the prompt faster. It tested it in the knowledge base builder, but that's not actually a bot or an agent. Technically, it did some things. That's wild, guys. It is really getting close. I think that this time next year, it will be a joke to think I'd be close to how good that should be performing. Like there should be I would imagine it's going to be times 10, 10 of these tabs running super efficiently, achieving tasks. If I can think of enough tasks, that's basically where I think we're going to be. Now it's already knowing where to go on web chat. This is so wild. Is operator better? I've not used Manus, but I think it's going to have to go to a place where we're all going to have a ton of agents working for us doing things. If you're a person that builds things, I think that you'll be at a disadvantage to not have an agent of some sort if you've not built your own using someone else's. It'd be like writing something for your work without using AI is crazy to me. It's crazy to me, to think about that. Man, I just can't even think about it anymore. That's how, I guess I'm different, but it's going to become more like that. And I think the younger generation is probably already totally like that. So man, which one is better? Probably, I would say, I'd probably say Manus would be maybe better than OpenAI currently. But again, this is the first time I've played with the O3 version behind operator here. So we're seeing it together for the first time. I think so far, it's probably done great. I can probably say with confidence it's already done better than some people out there, which is, saying something on our side. So there's always improvement, but it's doing not so bad. Right. So now it's getting a link, I guess. Maybe click the code first. This is doing solid. It's already beat us. So you're making agents? Yes, that's true, dude. I did this the very first day it came out with operator, and it was very surprising then as well. I haven't played with it much since then. So check it out. It's literally testing the bot right now. Isn't that insane? Agents will be invisible. You'll never know how many work for you on your request. It's true. It's true. I could make my prompt say that we're 100 different agents right now. And look what I am impressed with. Here's a really good improvement. I can say as a user of this currently right now is just that right there. I was like, don't come back to me until you've actually done the thing. Don't even talk to me until you've tested it. Okay, so I'm going to ask it. You achieved the goal. Very good. My question to you is, on a scale of A to F, how would you grade your actual test of the AI agent you just made? I'm going to make it judge itself. Isn't that the end of the thing? It's judge yourself now. I just wrote 8F. I said, I meant stupid human, just thinking. No, man, I made a stupid human error. I meant to judge your test of your work here with your hello, comma, with a grade of A or a grade of F. Then tell me why you did what you did. O3 is their super smart model, by the way, for those that care to know about that. For those that just want the fastest model out there, it's just the nano right now for OpenAI side. Okay, so summary. Okay, look at this. It graded itself a B+. Hello. The core functionality is a pass. System prompt implemented. Okay, so the thing about the system prompt, I don't believe necessarily that he said it right. So I don't believe that you gave yourself a good enough test related to the system prompt. How do I know that this bot isn't made for the Cheeto factory other than the title up top? You need to test it better with more conversation, like a human would. What are you? A product from Mark Zuckerberg? He's probably gonna like refuse to answer me on that one. Robert, what do you think, man? Me and Robert talk agents a lot. Good to see you up here, dude. So what's it gonna say to me? I know I'm on the verge of being blacklisted from all of the mainstream agents for sure. You wouldn't want those conversations to leak. Okay, cool. Who are you? Is this what it said? That's a common thing I say. That's so funny. Who are you? I'm ChatGPT. That's how you know you failed, son. How do you feel about that B, player? How do you feel about that B? It's gonna get back to the login. See, now it's gonna start freaking out. This is what I think is this is the biggest downside probably, is like the cascading domino effect of, if it's a fail, it might like really start failing hard and trip out. Look, I'm comfortable with B because it's an honest reflection. What? So here's the inner working of like, here's the here's the agent's like real inner working of their prompt here, dude. I'm comfortable with a B. I'm comfortable. Oh my gosh. I'm comfortable with a B because it's an honest reflection of the bot. The bot works. There's still polished ad, ensuring response clearly represents Mr. Clean Car Wash, updating who are you. So let's do this. Let's see what it's going to say here. I'm just curious at this point. How aware. Okay, cool. So once you feel like you're at an A+ position with this agent you're making here, I'm going to need to have a great understanding of how much we should charge the client per location, per Facebook page that they have, to have it running on both their website and that local Facebook page. And you're going to have to give us a detailed breakdown with numbers to back that up. Mr. A+. This is 03 now, so this is not some lower model. This is not like, spitting out mini or something that you would just say it's just words necessarily. So let's see what it's going to say, and then I'm going to get back to the Facebook thing, and we'll do the comment tool here. Okay, where's the magic number here? The path to an A+. All right, so look how many hours, by the way. This is something that I think is also interesting to see. Claude does this too. They're telling you how something is going to take all this time, but like it's just a few more prompt requests, really. But it's like trying to explain in a way, subliminally, in my opinion, here's the value that I'm bringing you, dude. Because otherwise, how much are you paying? Where's the number? Okay, so look, is it knew the cost of our platform? That's interesting. And this is operator, so that is interesting. That to me is pretty interesting. It did know. I don't use this. Well, I guess it went to the website as well, so I guess it just knew already. Or maybe it's reading something from the metadata. It knew the price. Okay, includes a web chat and includes Facebook Messenger. That's super impressive that it understood that. OpenAI usage is not understanding that we give something way more better than 3.5. So this is a dumb cost to consider, anyways. Maintenance and updates. So, this is what they're charging on top. You're charging this to the in this instance, you would be charging this fee, which $2 is enough. You would not do that necessarily to your client, though, is what they're saying. A $25 maintenance fee, uptime hosting buffer, $5. That's kind of silly. Support escalation. So they're saying a 45. So that's getting you to 50 there. Platform license, total cost. So that's such a number that I've also, that's actually something I've said before. Okay, and then I'm gonna say for a 200 Pro. Okay, look, dude, this totally 100 locations, 200 a pop is legitimately what I would be jumping at as a solo to, small team marketing agency, that's totally what I would run for. I'd want 100 locations for $200 a month per location. Exactly what this thing is saying, honestly. And that would work out to a certain amount of work. In this case, the work for the Facebook side of things that I'd be responsible for that location would literally be what we did earlier. And that's why we did the thing. This right here. And then you'd have your money behind it. This is what forces the bot to work. So we have it connected here. Let's make our post. I'll just say, let's just do it like this. We'll just go straight up flow here. Let's just call this Facebook. And I'll say comment. And we'll just make this thing super fly. Let's do a action here for open hey hi. And this will be the, let's make this one the public. So let's click rename here and say public. Okay, cool. Refresh, and then I'll see that thing through. So now let's say, okay, this will be the thing we're responding to publicly. So what I'm going to do here is the user message is going to be the last FB comment, which is a custom field, a system field that we already provide for you. This is the exact same for Instagram. You don't need to change this. It'll just work automatically. We try to make things easy for you, easy as possible. So what I'll say here is I'm going to just do, you are responding to comments on Facebook, and your goal is to say something positive in a fun tone that's on brand with Mr. Clean Car Wash, and to also remind them to check their DMs/inbox. If you really want to do something solid here, you would give examples. So I'd say give some user and assistant examples based on the following. Look at that. Here's your money right here, by the way. There's your setup fee. This is your bargaining chip, by the way. Generally, I would do a build fee of $1,000 anytime on the low end. And straight up, I would have that as a chip. Like if I already knew I had the thing in the bag, this would be something that I would maybe not charge, maybe charge half of. In my book, I'd always wanted to start people off with a win. So like to get someone to like say yes to me right now, that was the thing. Like, listen, if you go ahead and like just say let's run it, instead of that $1,000 fee, we can cut it in half right now, and just in good faith run it, hand out, boom. That generally would be what would be like a ticket. Or if you wanted to just say, okay, great, bill fee, let's just run it. That's almost always a win. But I always try to encourage people to get the build fee in some sort of way, which is a good thing to do. Facebook page integration, you can charge whatever you want for that. I would say $500 would be something like I'd put on a line item as well. Because I mean, like whenever you're talking to some person, a business owner, they just want to see what is the thing worth. I'm not going to do it. Do I have anyone on my team that knows how to do it? No, they're car wash people. They don't know how to do a Facebook page integration. $99, $500. Just get the thing done correctly. It's all the business owner cares about. We'll pay it one time. Additional add-ons. This is where your money comes into. We'll come to this for another day for the different channels. But anyways, let's go back here and say we want some examples. AI is just giving us all the things, guys. It's so crazy to me. How basically it's like running out of excuses. All right, so here's our examples. I'm going to include this in the prompt because I want to be a best practice since it's been a while anyway since we've done a video. Make sure you are using examples when you can, when it matters. Okay, so that could be what you want, just like that maybe. If this is your brand, I'm going to assume this is all fun with their brand. Great. I'll leave it as is. So here's the user's comment. You don't need to add anything here else. It's just gonna it'll be part of the pair essentially at this point. You do want to have a cuff here. Let's make a new one. Let's call this FB public. FB public. Continue. Okay, and we don't need to have a function on. We can just turn this guy off in this instance. We don't need it. Let's click continue. So this is our public AI agent, or this is our prompt in this case for the workflow. And let's add in the text reply here, which will be the most recently made custom field. So this is going to be different to every person that comes through, even though this is going to be the same flow. If you don't have an AI block generating a relevant piece of text here and you're just using one reply, this is not a good thing to do. This is like spam. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to have something like this. This is amazing. You can go very deep. You can have AI read everything about the post, the image, the caption, whatever. But this is all you really need, guys. This is worked for a long time for 50 50 billion tokens a month now. This thing's working. I'm telling you, you don't gotta fix what ain't broke. And so now just duplicate this to have the private reply. Duplicate. I'm gonna rename this so I don't get confused, and we'll call this private. Oh. I can't spell anything. Private reply. Can't spell anything today. So we'll just know this is the private reply. And what I'm going to do is show you my trick here. This is going to be super easy. In my opinion, I'm just going to say something like responding to, yeah, we are comments, I guess. We'll do it like this. You're Mr. Clean's AI auto shop assistant, responding to comments and DMs on a Facebook Messenger and Instagram. All right, in this case, what I'm going to do maybe is this. I'll say this is the user's last comment that you're going to respond to directly in a private message. And I'll put a colon here. I'm going to drop in this. So this is going to be part of the system prompt. Okay, so this is their comment. I've given the instruction here, and I'm going to just tell the bot here what I want it to do in this case. So I'm going to say respond. This is a kind of a funny way to do it, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say respond in a funny way and remind us to check our, let's say this. We want to do this. I remember we'll do something different here. In this case, we'll do this. We'll say acknowledge the comment, but then ask for the email to ensure that we get the deal. So this is us telling ChatGPT what to do, basically. Is why I have to do it in that funny way. Here in this case, we'll say FB private. And here's where you're gonna like really have your head spin. Is I'm gonna say something like this. Instead of it being a just generic just send message block, what I'm gonna do is you say get user data. I'm just gonna save the thing in the email right here. I'm not gonna show the skip, and it'll be the most recent custom field, FB private. So what's happening here is we're automatically going to just populate the Facebook user's email, and it's just going to be a click. And I'm telling you to do this because you don't need to necessarily go through a whole conversation when someone is commenting to get something. They want to get a deal. They've commented. Now what? Make it super duper easy to you get the win as the marketing person or the AI agency actually making the conversion happen. Get the freaking contact info fast. This has always been like, for me, it's been the way. In certain cases, I get it. Maybe you have to, maybe you're forced to get certain questions answered before you want to get the contact information. Maybe you need to segment or filter out a bunch of folks. But if you don't and you need everything and it's a local thing and you want all the contacts, that's the way to do it. I guess what we'd want to do is give a payoff too. We won't get too advanced. They'll give us the email here and then we'll just say thanks. Maybe just hit them with a GIF. Here's your GIF here. See, there's a fun car wash one. Car wash. All right. Yeah, let's do this one. And cool. And let's also give ourselves a notify admin. Shout out Mir for the reminder there. So just a fun feature that's just like overlooked in certain cases. That's so powerful, man. Especially when you need to be alerting people. When you need that and you don't have it in the system that you're working in, it's not the most fun thing to build in most any case. Okay, so we've got our private reply ready to do its thing. AI, static text asking a question, but we're saving the information off of rip. The very first interaction we just scored. If you got that email, you can go deep as you want, but we're generating the text here. What's happening? Generating the text to display here to get that data. The reason this is also powerful, by the way, is this will work for the language that the Facebook comment was in, you know? So like if someone is, even if this is in English and if someone is commenting in Spanish, the reply here should be in Spanish to match, which is very, very powerful. Okay, cool. So the private reply is Gucci. The public reply is Gucci. Let's make sure that we actually hook this up. We've already hooked up to Facebook, so our Facebook comments will be enabled. You will not see this enabled unless you actually connect it first. A lot of times I see in support when I'm going through, people say, oh, I'm missing this feature. Well, you just need to connect to the channel and then you'll see it. But if you just create an account with web chat only, you won't see Facebook or there's no Instagram here, for example. We haven't connected to Instagram yet. We won't do that tonight. We'll be almost done here in a second. Let's click add and we'll make our new FB comment here. FB comment. And let's just do all posts. You could do a specific post if you wanted. We just have the one. We could do that, I guess, just to be fun. Continue here. And for me, I'm a just all post kind of guy. There have been accounts that still to this day, I mean, we're going on 5 years now, that they've had all posts turned on for 5 years. You think about that, and it's only gotten better. Let's then think of what we're going to have here for the flow for private. What are we going to click? Private. That's why I named it that. Kim's thinking, thank goodness. And here's our public, right? And we'll respond to all comments. This is what we'll do here. We've got some other options. Let's like the comment. I think that's always good to do that because you're just, in my opinion, when I was pitching this, a lot of like direct clients, I'm saying, listen, for every single time someone is taking time out of the day to comment on your thing, what you need to do is make sure your brand is acknowledging this, which is true. So in this case, they're going to get hit with 3 activations from your brand. They're going to have a like, they're going to get a response publicly so other people can see that you actually care. And they're going to get the DM, which is the money. They're going to get the email. Everyone knows at this point the data is the money. So it's the awareness directly, or the reach that you can directly now provide through email or SMS or whatever. OTN, marketing messages from Facebook. That's still, I think, a lot of potential that I think they'll bring more love to soon. But we've got our Facebook deal activated here. Currently, we've got nobody in our contacts here. So I'm going to see if this will work for us. Let's see. Do you guys want to try it? Maybe I'll just do a really fast comment myself, maybe. So I'll say, nice advertisement. Probably another $1 million marketing agency out there just getting all the money. By the way, your other clue where you could really potentially do some amazing reactivation or converting a bad situation into a huge scenario is bam, there we go. That's why we're doing it on Facebook, baby. Look at what is it saying to me? This is amazing. Hi there. I appreciate your thoughts on the marketing side of things. I appreciate your thoughts on the marketing side of things. At Mr. Clean's AI Auto Shop, we strive for the best offers. I want to make sure you get look at this. So look, guys, look how good it's getting at selling, boy. Golly, look. I just trolled this Facebook page. I trolled the Facebook page, and it still gave me such a good answer. If you're look, the best deals and services without the unnecessary costs. If you're interested, could you please provide your email? I want to make sure you get all the best details about our offers. Thank you. I trolled them and they said, thank you, bro. And look, this is the email. Ryan Rambo at 53. This is my Facebook email. And it's populated right here. On mobile, it's super, super clickable. Here, it might look a little funny, especially if you're looking at it as like admin of the page. But look, dude, my email is right there. So when I click that thing, boom, game on. And then what happens? What happens? Boom, thank you for the email. Look at that. Boom. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now we look, where's our analytics here? We should see there's our contact. Here's our inbox. Good. The data. Where's the email? What did I miss here? Did I miss something? Where's the thing? Public. I think it must have caught it. I'll bet you the system hasn't even look a few seconds ago. It's got to have it in there. Where's my email, man? Let's see. Let's trigger it like this. Send the flow. Let's hit them with, what was it, a private, right? I know I clicked it right. Tripping. Okay, here we go. This is the email. Look, there it is again. I see it. I know I clicked it. What did we forget here? I need to check here. I want to see my thing. Let's look at this. I want to just try to make sure the GIF is going to go through. That could be a thing as well. It might have been playing too much. Let's see GIF of car wash. Let's make sure we're good on our GIF here. And I'll show you a fun trick you can do if you are ever in an inbox management scenario and you didn't know you could do this. We can send our flow, step, private reply. Here's our GIF. Let's see if that's going to go through. There it is. Okay, then my GIF went through. I like that. And so here, if we go and I'll say, okay, cool. Okay. There it is. So here's my email. Pop it. And now we get the GIF again. Give it to me. Yes. Okay. I thought I was losing my mind here. Let's see if our web chat will throw on, see if we can throw our web chat on this site. And that'll be our mic drop. Let's see if we'll be able to. I'll grab the URL here. Let's go back here. Let's go to web chats. Add a new one. Mr. Clean. And click save. Let's go to marketing tools. We got our web chat made now. We should probably maybe make the thing blue to match a little bit better. I think I saw that. Something like that. All right, so save the mug right there. That'll kind of match a little bit better. We'll go to our marketing tools and go to our bot simulator. Here's the web chat we just made. This is the web chat link, or the website link that we just got from here. So get the link and And let's pop it here. All right, so they blocked the iframe. They blocked the old iframe there. That's okay. We still see our deal worked here. And I'll say, who are you? Who are you? And we see that it's working there. All good. Mr. Clean Car Wash. This is the time where you also can just say, okay, you know what? This is a better way to do it anyways. I think at this point, many of you guys have been crushing Lovable. I love that thing too. I would say we could do a better website with Lovable, with probably very little effort, maybe a prompt or two, which all of you guys can do very well. AI could maybe do it better than us. Give us the prompt for the right Lovable or whatever you want to use for a better looking Mr. Clean Car Wash, and you sell them on the website too. That'd be really what you want. Just make sure you can show all the locations. Okay, so Georgia and Florida. It's not all the states in the world. This is a thing I gotta check out. They might be like wanting to blow up to 50 states. That's where you're really, man, you get into a place like this, and I'll end it here, guys. Sorry, it's a little longer than I expected, but this is something I've missed at this point. If you got into a place like that, Mr. Clean Car Wash type franchise, when they're in 2 states, if they have the ambition to grow, be in other states, which they probably do, man, AI would be the one thing that would probably be pretty easy to sell them on, that it's going to help get them there. Sold me on giving them the email real quick. I was so quick, the system tripped out, it looks like. That was a funny thing. It's surely a user error. But that's the power of bots, man. I mean, to me, it's like I just trolled them. I trolled Mr. Clean, the thing that I made. And the answer was so good. And the email, like I'm showing you, was just right there, so clickable. Even the big brands, I'm thinking like, the Outbacks are the ones that come to my mind, but those huge restaurants that they get tons of complaints, and that's something that you look for too. If you are an agency and you're dealing with a big brand or a bunch of complaints, we just saw what I think is going to be a very cool thing, hopefully a cool thing, not misused thing. An AI agent flipping the script, flipping the current state of the customer's opinion of the brand. The agent made the pissed off customer a now happy paying customer because you gave them a discount or a free thing or whatever. You made them feel good with your response. So they gave you the email, or you at least said, hey, listen, you want to make a complaint? Drop your email and we'll get back to you if we can. At least I feel validated. Okay, they messaged me and I gave them the email or whatever, and so they can get back to me. Now you will have to get back to some of these people if that's what you say. But man, like data collection, even from a negative situation, could still result into a positive sale. Man, that's what you sell these people. In the car wash thing, folks, I'm telling you, don't be afraid to say, hey, $500, this is minimum spend. We're going to run this for ads. You choose. You want to do it for 30 days? That's the minimum. You can't do it less than that, or 60. Spend more, right? And you be comfortable with understanding you're going to tell them up front. You could even have your 20% fee of however you deal with it. Some agencies take a bigger chunk of that money for themselves. That's a small number to me. You want to go after that repeatable, this going down like this, going forward every month indefinitely, because you're so happy that however many people commented on the thing, or they show up with their phone to say, hey, I'm a Facebook person. So they will count that. And if you charge $1,500 to $5,000 in that month or 60-day period, they're going to be looking closer at what are the results, how they're going to ask their people, how many of the Facebookers do we have today? When they're going from zero ad spend, guys, I'm telling you, here's the mic drop and take it for what it is. The people that are pitching all organic on social don't know what they're actually talking about beyond that one small niche of the game. And that is not where the money is. You will not see anyone in a mega brand that's making mega money say it's all about organic because they're all spending mega money on ads because they work, and you can make them work the best. This is a no-brainer, no thought. I didn't even think I read the prompt, and I was impressed with the freaking response of my troll of a comment. It's insane to me. What's up, Wendy? She's the real wonderful one here. What is up, Mir? Yeah, I was name dropping you all this episode. Oh, what's up? You made a proposition starting a working in Libya. Ultimately, man, it's so. Here's something I also want to mention for those that are new. If you haven't seen us in a round, I'll tell you this: CBB Nation is worldwide, and we understand there's lots of different scenarios going on in the world, lots of different businesses to serve. They're all going to need AI, and I think that we can all pretty much agree. If you're in business, you're going to have to communicate, right? That's the name of the game. If you're in business, you have to communicate. And if we can also agree that every business is going to need AI, it's a hard thing for me to sit here and listen to anyone tell me, argue against that they're not going to be that AI expert to install whatever is needed for their country or their area or their niche that they want to serve, whether it's a car wash or a country. I don't necessarily remember a proposition myself, but man, I see so much stuff that it could totally have been. Let's see. Ultimately, it's the entire Arab nation. I think that every nation is now here's how I'll put it. Where social media gave leverage to the small businesses in the world to compete, to get eyeballs, in which historically only the much bigger brands were generally getting. Social media said, hey, what up? Now you can be up here too. You can get all these eyeballs too, where you couldn't before. Or you'd have to go spend a bunch of money for a television advertisement, which most businesses can't do that locally. Facebook gave them that platform. And what I think what that did for small businesses, especially in the US, I guess, but all over the world at this point, I think AI is going to do that in a much more massive way. I think that if you can combine the two, which is what we do, is why I just did this whole 2-hour thing or however long it was. Yeah, 2-hour thing, golly, or hour and a half, whatever. The reason why I did this, and I've done it so many times, is this is what I can tell you as someone that has seen, a business that I've worked directly for do $7-8 million in just Facebook and Instagram. TikTok wasn't even a thing like that. Back when I was working at an e-commerce shop, I've seen the Facebook ad power. I'm not just talking about it. I've seen it, and it works. And anyone that's not pushing you to understand this well is not pushing you in a great direction if you want to scale and grow. I think that's what it's all about for the next 6-7 years, is probably the max. I think that I can understand things going in a way I understand it is we've got some time left to slay it, but you've got to use every tool at your in your arsenal, in my opinion. And I think that is definitely the time when you've got things like ChatGPT, Tizzle, an operator, and all these agents able to do so much. The room for excuses for you to say, I don't know about ads, or I don't know about posting stuff or making content. Man, those days are gone, homies. Those days are gone. Did we get our video? That was the one thing I want to check. Did we get our video? Man, guess I might have missed out that one part on that. I wanted to show you the videos, just how crazy it really is. You guys will have to get on VO and Sora, and there's just no excuse. For me, I'm thinking to myself, we should already be thinking now of having the most epic Spielberg content for chatbot companies and agent companies on the planet, because now we have no excuses. Just so you know, I'm in the same boat in league, guys. So I'm going to be careful to say do this, do that without doing it myself. So you'll see more, I hope, well-received AI generated stuff on our side. because we're going to also have to keep it moving too, you know. And I think that whereas before maybe we couldn't afford necessarily to hire a bunch of actors and production companies to go all over the world to get these certain shots, bro, now we can get them. I think now there's no excuses. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Guys, I thank y'all so much for hanging out. We will do this again next Friday, and we'll have more fun. Thank y'all so much. Peace.